You probably know the DTM Esports Championship, where the biggest sim racers in the world fight against each other for big prizes. But do you also know about the DTM Esports Commuity Cup, where amateurs or young talents try to show what they got and get their way into the big championship? Well, let me show you how my first race of the DTM Esports Commuity Cup went.
We're off and we are running. Got a couple of Fords out the front here. We're about to go green light racing for the first race of the season for the Community Cup for the DTM 2025.
Schöner Kampf ist, so wie wir es uns erwartet haben. Vincent Wittmers wants to join a team. Ich glaube, das ist gleichzeitig eine Bewerbung, die er da abgibt. Also, wenn da jemand noch Bedarf hat, der Vincent sucht offensichtlich noch ein Team.
Ja, mit Top 10 ist es auf jeden Fall mal im Bereich des Möglichen.
Whitmer's just overtaking Dan Kauser a little bit further back.
To start, we first have the qualifying, where all the drivers fight for their starting position in a 10-minute session in which only the fastest lap counts. And what can I say? I did really bad in quali. I started my first lap, and when I finished, I realized that I was a second off my pace. Even the next lap was not enough with only 0.2 improvement. The nervousness was so high that I just could not get a lap together. I then made a big mistake into this corner, and the last lap I could not finish because of the stupid setting that Raceroom ends the session immediately after the time is over. We now have a lot of work to do in the race, starting only from P14, but I promise you, we will not finish here. The race start, as you can see, was a standing start. We were on the better side. The lights now go green. Then in front there was a typical start accident, smoke everywhere. I avoid everything very good by staying on the right side. Into the first corner we then go, nearly 3 wide, and I get squeezed in the middle. Very lucky that we didn't took any damage from there. So the first achievement, surviving the start, was done. Going into turn 3, the whole field calmed down a bit. The field was very competitive and keeping up was not easy, but P5 to P14 all were in a big pack, or more in a line. The layout of Sanford does not make it easy to overtake. The rest of the first lap wasn't very spectacular. Everybody tried to get into the rhythm and find their race pace. And while everybody kept getting faster, I at first started to getting slower, and even lost the position into the chicane. And after a while of driving for myself and just barely keeping up with the guys in front, I found my rhythm and got back up to the guys in front, while also gaining a position by somebody who went into the pits. But for my first chance I still had to wait a bit, and don't get me wrong, the race was very intense and I think driving so close behind each other can be exciting, but it's just not so good for a YouTube video, so I will cut out a lot. I then got the first reward for my calm and passive driving, gaining in position because of somebody doing a mistake. The guys in front really started to fight hard against each other, which gave me the opportunity to get really close and myself into the fight. This time it might have not worked out as I wanted it to, but the guys in front now know that I'm here and want to fight them. Nearly halfway done of the race, this guy then decided to push me out of the line and get himself through. Not how you overtake clean, but I will get my chance soon enough. It didn't take long for the guys ahead to fight again, which always makes you lose time, and if you do it correctly, you behind can profit of that like this. With this beautiful switchback done, I got back into 10th position and in a good place to gain even more positions. Then this happened. One Audi missed his braking point, cut the chicane and took himself out, and slowed his competitor down a lot, which not only gives us one place but also brings us closer to the cars ahead. And then again, 2 cars in front, taking them out into turn 2. But this time I get slowed down because of this too, avoiding the crash but only gaining 1 position. Because of the guy on the right. I tried to hold the position but wasn't able to. I didn't have much time left now in the race, but I was so close to the cars ahead and I knew I can overtake them, but have to do it quick. I tried a dive here but wasn't able to get the traction. Into the first corner I managed to get to the inside of him, but again he had the better exit. We are already at the last braking zone of the last lap. There does not seem to be another chance for an overtake. The only thing I can do is go for a fake, let him do a mistake, but he does not. So we go through the last corner, up to the checkered flag, finishing my first esport event, for which I qualified 17th out of 1,400 on the leaderboard. Now qualified P14 in the race out of 21, and then finished 8th. So for me the race was a lot of fun. I made a big and nice experience. And I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did so, please leave a like, subscribe, and then I see you in the next one.